Alright guys, so I've removed my corner lights and the marker lights off of the Project E46. Clear lenses would be cool, but I can't find any for sale that are used really cheap. So I picked up a can of Niteshades, and I'm just going to tint these. I don't want to go totally black, I just want to make them darker so it kind of blends into the appearance of the black car more. So let's see what we can do. It's my first time using Niteshades, so if it totally sucks, you know why. Oh no, what a great tragedy. I think we've avoided crisis so far. Alright, I'd say that's job well done. Alright, so I've finished coating the corner lights and marker lights with the Niteshades. Hopefully this shows up on camera, but it actually turned out quite well. It's a pretty good, I guess, self-leveling property that seems to have kind of leveled itself out pretty well, and I'm pretty pleased with the results. If you see in the sunlight, the amber has turned a nice blood red, but from a distance it has a translucent black appearance in the shade. Same with the marker lights, they now have a dark red and black appearance rather than an amber appearance. I'm gonna let these bake in the sun for a couple hours and reinstall them on the car. And here's the finished product. At nighttime, the Niteshades appears gloss black, and during the daytime, it has a nice dark tinted amber color. Next up is trying to figure out what to do about those door moldings. So I have a few things I want to try on this trim to see if I can kind of bring it back to how it's supposed to look. If I can't get the bright work looking correct, I'm just going to probably paint it black. I'm not a huge chrome fan. I've been told after some digging online, this is actually not chrome, it's actually a polished and clear coated aluminum. So I want to try a basic aluminum polish, which is a microfiber. If that doesn't work, I'm going to move on to a mild steel wool that you would use to clean like your kitchen sink or something like that, and take it from there. If that doesn't work, we can wet sand it and then polish it, and that should do the trick if all else fails. So there's still hard water spotting. I don't think this polish with a rag is abrasive enough to kind of really get the job done. So I'm gonna try and move on to the next step. So I was hitting the aluminum trim with a combination of steel wool and polishing compound, the rubbing compound, and it was making a really small dent, but not really enough that it'd be appreciable. So I went to the auto parts store and picked up some 600 grit sandpaper and then wet sanded the trim down, and now it's really starting to come along. You can see a lot of the water spotting and oxidation has been taken out. It's funny, 600 grit is almost not enough to really work this trim out. You can tell it's not perfect, I'm still working this trim piece, but it's coming along very nicely. After this, I'll hit it with the steel wool and polish again to kind of smooth out some of the sanding marks, and then top it with some wax and call it done. Apologize for the shirtlessness, but it's fucking hot today. Wet sanding the polished aluminum trim with 600 grit sandpaper, and then I followed it up with some 000 grit of steel wool with polishing compound, and this is the end result. It really has it. It looks brand new. The polished trim came out great, but I just couldn't get behind that chrome look on an otherwise all-black car. And then I said, fuck it, and painted them black. Don't worry, the stuff I use is like a fancy Plastidip, it peels right off. Stay tuned for the next episode of Project E46, where things get interesting and expensive.